One of the biggest mistakes MLM distributors make is that they don't engage their contacts enough. And there's usually two reasons for this. The first is that they lack organization. And this could be from not using a contact management system or not keeping their system up to date. The other reason is they don't know what to say or when to follow up with the person next. And if you don't know that, then you need to either check out our communication and sales training or get back with your upline or team leader and figure out the communication process that he has in place. Now, the contact manager has two options in here on setting up your next engagement for someone. The first one is what we call set the reminder. And this is when you choose a specific day but not a time when you want the person to pop up again on your contacts, customer, or team page. So this merely selects a future date in the future. The other option is to schedule an appointment. And this is when you want to set up a specific time on a specific day to talk to someone. So typically the schedule appointment option is used when you're in the follow-up and close stage with someone, when you're sending them information on your company or your product. They're going to review it and you're going to call them at a specific time to speak with them to answer their questions and get them started. Setting a reminder is usually used when you're in the initial stages of trying to connect with someone the first time, or they miss an appointment, so you're kind of in that follow-up phase trying to get the person again, or they're a downline or customer you have and you just want to touch base with them, so you may want to send them a text message or an email or something like that just to touch base with them. So now I'll show you how the system works. I'm logged into the contacts page of the system, and I'm going to choose this first contact, Chris-5. So as I laid out in an earlier training video, you have to go through that engagement process we've laid out. So I'm just going to choose conversation, tell the system I'm in the develop step, and the system asks me, do you want to set a reminder or schedule an appointment? So these are the two options I just went over on the PowerPoint slide. So I'll choose schedule an appointment, and it takes me to a calendar where I can select a specific day and a specific time. So we'll say Saturday at 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. I can click save. I'll click next step. I'll type in my notes here as to what we talked about, what I presented to him, what he's going to look at before we talk again on Saturday, and so on. Update contact. He's now gone off the page. So on Saturday, he'll appear back on the page telling me that I need to get in touch with him and engage him again. So let's jump down to the next contact, Chris-4. And I'll say I sent him an email. Send a message in the develop, and I get the option again, set a reminder or schedule an appointment. We'll say set a reminder for this example. So you see here, it just brings me up an option to pick a date, but not a time. So whatever day I pick, and I'll pick Monday, and I'll click update contact. The system takes the contact off the page, and then when that day rolls around, which would be Monday in this case, he'll appear back on this page. So something else I want to show you that will help you out in keeping track of how many times you've engaged a person is this call counter across the top of every contact record. So you'll see we have 5 icons. And in this example, 1 and 2 have X's next to them. 3, 4, and 5 don't. So what this shows is how many times I've engaged the person since I've either spoken with him, received a communication back from him, or he's looked at one of our trackable marketing websites. So this is part of our keep it simple, silly philosophy, so you know how many times you've reached out to the person and how responsive they've been. Because you do hit a point of diminishing returns in engaging someone or trying to reach out to someone. And so we have 5 call spots on here because we believe that's the absolute most you should try to engage someone or connect with someone before you just mark them inactive and don't bother anymore. So again, this is just to give you a quick glance as to how many times you've reached out to the person. And if you do actually speak with the person or they view a trackable marketing website, this counter will reset to 0. And I'll show you real fast. So let's say I call the person, we have a conversation, I end up introducing more information to them, I'll set a reminder, and I'm just going to set it to the same date today so you can see them appear back in the system. Now this is the same contact record, but you'll notice now that that call counter has been reset to 0. And in future videos, I will show you some more advanced techniques you can do to get the most out of this call counter. But that wraps up for this video, and I just want to leave you with this very important message that whenever you talk with a contact or you ever talk to a prospect, you always need to be thinking, what's my next step with this person? When are we going to talk with the person again? And if there isn't a specific plan or a specific time that you two are going to catch up, you either need to set it up because you're leaving it loosey-goosey, or it's a sign that the person's not a good prospect and you don't know what to do with the person, or you've, to put it bluntly, screwed up the conversation or screwed up the process. So this is where it comes in very handy to be working with a mentor, whether it's your upline or someone else who can help coach you through those nuances as you prospect someone. But I just want you to keep in mind that you always need to have a plan as to when you're going to engage a person again. I never get off the phone or end the conversation with someone without a time set up or some plan set up for us to connect again.